Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Icewind Dale. This is Big Los, and we just started the game. We're in the Winter's Cradle Tavern in the town of Easthaven. So I assume we're going to spend a lot of time talking to the townspeople, finding out what's going on and what quests there are to engage in. Now, one thing that I didn't do in the last episode that I was meaning to,
yes,
I was going to show off the spells that I picked for both Kara and for Evelyn. So let's bring up the character sheet. Now, the first level for Kara is a favored soul for the Hellfire Lord. So if we bring up the spellbook, it actually tells you spell recommendations. And if I open up the page here, suggested spells for the first level are Bless, Conviction, Cure Light Wounds, Divine Favor, Entropic Shield, and Night Shield. Now, Cure Light Wounds, of course, I picked that one because that is just a good healing spell, and I picked Bless because, you know, what's not to like about this one? It gives +1 bonus to attack rolls. Now, instead of the other spells, I chose Shield of Faith because Shield of Faith gives you a shield bonus even if you don't have one. You know, I'm surprised that that was not one of the suggested spells. So I decided to take this one instead. And then as I gain more levels, I'll see which of the other suggested spells that I'm going to add. But I was not really impressed with those other spells. They didn't give as much bonus as like Shield of Faith would. So, moving along. Alright, for Evelyn, her first level is a wizard, so I got to pick 9 spells, 9 first level spells. So I picked Burning Hands, Grease, Identify, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Magic Weapon, Protection against, or Protection from Alignment, so that's like Protection from Evil, Protection from Good. Shield, for the same reasons as Shield of Faith, although that's only useful on herself. And the ubiquitous sleep spell. Now, it automatically assigns spells to our level 1 spell slots, and I've discovered that we can't rest. No resting is allowed in this area, so this game was definitely modeled after Storm of Zahir. So I'm thinking the only way we'll be able to rest is at an inn somewhere. So we're going to have to find an inn. What's this say? Strange lights have been flickering and flashing in the temple lately. At least that's what old Jed would have you believe. More than likely, it's the booze that's making the lights dance in front of his eyes. He just happens to be looking at the temple when it kicks in. Alright, let's talk to somebody here. Let's talk to this commoner.
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
I haven't seen you in town before. You come from the south? See, it looks like everybody has the same things to say, and yes, it is just like the Storm of Zahir dialogue options, where you can have different characters say different things. So, let's have somebody else ask him a question, so I must take my leave farewell.
What?
Let's have this guy ask a question.
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
Well, I'll be twice damned. Another halfling. Seems the north isn't solely a human's land anymore. What brings you here, little one? Another halfling? Aye, there's a caravan merchant. Don't recall his name offhand. He's been making his way back and forth through Kuldahar Pass for the last few months. Thought the two of you might be related. Yeah, we're all related because we're halflings. Our kind really doesn't interbreed as much as you humans do. Whoa, my apologies, friend. Didn't mean any insult, just trying to be friendly. Alright, then I had some... Well, what happened? What just happened there? My dialogue option went away. That sucks.
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
Another halfling, referring to that halfling that's been seen in the past. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to pause here. Alright, so if we say, where is he now? If the snow's any sign, he's probably holed up in Kuldahar, the big tree down to the south. Not a bad place to be when the snows hit. Okay. I wanted to ask you some things about Easthaven. Easthaven, lived here for quite a span, I have. Things have been getting worse of late, though. Do you mean the weather? Aye, the weather's been going from bad to worse. Never seen it get so cold this early in the year. There's no sign of it letting up. With all this snow, the passes to the south are going to get snowed in early. Very well, I wanted to ask you some other things about Easthaven. Things have been getting worse as of late. Worse how? Okay. Well, there's been sighting of some goblins and such in the past, if you can believe that. They usually hole up in the spine of the world and kill each other. Some fool claimed he even saw some orcs outside of town. But I'll wait until he sobers up before giving that tale any weight. I see. I'd like to ask you something else about Easthaven. If you're for quite a span, I've heard some talk of goblins and orcs. Not only that, but there's been sightings of a wolf on the outskirts of town, too. We've been keeping an eye out for it. But it seems to be coming around just for a whiff of the fishbone carvings in Apsel's workshop. Damn thing must be starving to risk showing itself around humans, though. Alright, let's ask him something else. Okay, I've heard about goblins, orcs, and even a wolf. Is that what you mean? Well, there's that and more. One of the boys was out playing, and he swore that he saw a footprint in the snow as large as a man. Assuming he's not telling tales, that would mean giants. But there hasn't been a giant seen in the past since, well, damn near since as long as I can remember. Oh man, there goes my thing again. Alright, well, let's have the elf ask a question. Alright, Evelyn.
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
Damn. First one elf, then another. Thought your kind didn't venture too far north. Another elf? What other elf are you speaking of? There's some elf with an enchanted blade up at the Snowdrift Inn. Didn't catch his name. Airvane or something? Queer looking fellow. Maybe I'll go see if I can find him. I had some questions about Easthaven first, however. Lived here for quite a span. I've heard some rumors about creatures sighted outside of town. What have you heard? Okay, I'm worried the goblin and orc sightings are tied into the problems we've been having with the caravans of late. Some of them have gone missing, but mostly only the ones coming from the south. At first we thought the snows must be burying them, but with goblinoids about, it's more likely they're the ones that buried the caravans. Alright, I'd like to ask you something else about Easthaven. Between the weather and missing caravans, the people seem to be handling the troubles pretty well. Not all of them. Jonin, one of the steadiest fellows I know, has been going around with some tune he keeps humming, and looks like he hasn't been getting much sleep. The troubles must be hitting him harder than we thought. He's humming a tune? Why, he just keeps humming the damn thing over and over. Boy's gonna get an oar in his chops if he keeps it up. Let's see. Alright, let's see if we can ask you any more. Any other monster sightings recently? Well, I don't know how much weight this carries, but one of the girls says she saw some blue skin figure down by the shore. She said whoever it was singing some song, probably just her imaginings. I see, and there goes our dialogue again.
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
Damn me, an elf. Thought these climes would be too cold for your kind. Yet here you are, 2 in as many days. Our kind, as you put it, has been everywhere already. Much of what you humans build your shanty towns upon was explored by elves long before you ever came here. Oh, now I didn't mean any offense, just speaking my mind is all. Sorry if it came out wrong. Apology accepted. I had some questions about Easthaven that perhaps you could answer. I've heard some rumors along those lines. Can you tell me anything about the townsfolk? Most of the folks around here are decent folks, but I'd stay away from old Jed. He lives in a little shack near the shore of the lake. Grisella at the Winter's Cradle cut him off, so that drunk fool will try to get you to spot him a tankard. Watch your purse, alright? Alright. Keep that in mind. I think that's all that we're able to ask about the town and surrounding area. Do you know where I can find Hrothgar's house? Hrothgar's house is in the center northern part of town. It's the one with the gaps in the overhang. Hrothgar swears he's gonna fix it, but I'll believe that when I see it. He's always running around trying to take care of everyone else. Why are you gonna see him anyway? Planning to join his expedition? Expedition? Yeah. Word is Hrothgar has been so rattled by that messenger from Kuldahar collapsing dead at the front door of the Temple of Tempest that he wants to put together a band to go see what's going on down south. What did this messenger say? Damned if I know. Only Everard over at the temple and Hrothgar would know for sure, I suppose. Still, if it's enough to get the two of them riled up, can't be good. Maybe I'll ask them about it. Meantime, I wanted to ask you something else about Easthaven. Easthaven? Been here for quite a span. Alright, so we already asked you about Hrothgar's house. Can you tell me a little about the town? Well, since you're new in town, you'll probably want to get a room at the Snowdrift Inn. It's on the eastern side of town. The innkeeper, Quimby, he's a right enough sort. Should have plenty of rooms available, but he just got an elf guest from the south, so at least one room is taken. Can you tell me any more about the town? Aside from Quimby's Inn, there's Pomab's Emporium in the northeast part of town. He can be a right ass, Pomab can, so I hope you don't need to buy anything from that copper-clenching jackal. Wish that damn Calishite had stayed down south with the rest of his kind. Can you tell me any more about the town? Well, there's the Temple of Tempest, that huge blue glass structure to the northwest run by Everard. Here tell, Everard's the one who saw that messenger from Kuldahar. If you can believe it, the fellow died right on his doorstep. Messenger? Alright, some fellow from Kuldahar just collapsed on the threshold of the temple, all bloody. Surprised he even made it as far as he did. No one knows what he wanted, except maybe Hrothgar and Everard. Any other places I should see while I'm here? I might pay a visit to the Scrimshander Absol down to the southwest. He's got some nice pieces of art, if you like that sort of thing. What's a Scrimshander? A fishbone carver. Absol carves the bones of knucklehead trout into little sculptures and such. Bet you a nice price down south they do. I see, I wanted to ask you some other things about Easthaven. I think that's all that we can really ask. Yeah, that's it. Alright, let's go. I wonder if we'll get other dialogue options from
Fall in
other
behind
people.
me here.
What about this guy over here?
'Tis a long day. I could use a drink.
I heard there were new faces in town. Did you come with the caravan? Yes, I wanted to ask you things about Easthaven. Alright, looks like we've exhausted all the dialogue options. I don't think we
'Tis a long day.
get it from anybody
I
else.
could use a drink.
Farewell. Who's this? Grisella. Let's examine. Uninjured, neutral. Alright. Well, let's talk to her.
Well met.
Hello there, dearie. Welcome to the Winter's Cradle Tavern. My name's Grisella. I own and operate this fine establishment. What can I get for you? How about a drink? A drink? Of course, dearie. After all, this is a tavern. Plenty to drink here. Yes, indeed. Yes, well, you see, I'm in a bit of a bind right now. I've just run out of everything. I have nothing to offer you in the way of drink at this moment. You've run out of everything. Well, the tavern hasn't run completely dry, but I do have some stock down in the cellar, but what? This is rather embarrassing, but I'm having somewhat of a pest problem down in that dirty old cellar, and I'm afraid to go down there. I do so hate bugs. Just the thought of those nasty creepies and crawlies sends shivers down my spine. I see. Is there anything I can do to help? That's awfully sweet of you, dearie, but I don't expect you to go to any trouble on my account. I'm sure I'll think of something. Have no fear, madam. I shall see to it that the pests down below trouble you no further. Wonderful. The stairs to the cellar are in the back room. Now, you be careful down there, dearie, and don't let any of those little buggers creep back up here, alright? Alright. Let's check the inventory, because we are totally unequipped. So it looks like we got 400 gold pieces to spend, and we have 4 clubs. Of course, Sanjay is not going to need any clubs. These clubs do 1d6 damage, and he does that with his fists alone. But we'll give it to everybody else.
Perhaps so.
Alright, I think he's... This is a large weapon for Frito, but he could still use it.
Yes.
Okay, everybody gets a club. Very good. Alright, so I don't know why it wanted to prepare Identify and not some other useful spell, like maybe Mage Armor. Be a lot better.
What?
Yeah, we're going. We're going to go downstairs and deal with the bugs. I'm not sure how we're going to fare, since we don't have any equipment. We don't have any armor. Not any proper weapons, and we haven't prepared the right spells, but we're going to try it anyway, so let me save the game. And if we don't succeed, I guess we'll just load. Icewind 1A. There we go. And it doesn't take very long to save the game, and we'll just go down here. Probably takes longer to load between screens. No, not even. Oh, we got some fire beetles down here.
Everyone, follow me!
Why don't you grease them up?
Perhaps so.
You probably want to come up here and go into stealth mode.
Very well.
We're gonna engage the flurry of blows.
You just follow me and stay close.
You know what? You probably want to bless everybody.
Flori conforus.
What? Perhaps so.
Yeah, don't go too far. What are you doing? You aren't doing anything. But you should be. Alright. Attack, everybody. Attack. You are going into stealth mode, and then you're going to attack.
There!
You're doing Shield of Faith. That's very good. You are... Ouch.
All right, crew. Let's take them down.
Alright, you know what? You should probably put that on homeboy over here. You know what? Probably better... Nah, I think we can get some Cure Minor Wounds in. So let's do Shield of Faith. And then Cure Minor Wounds.
Now!
How are you doing?
Strike swiftly!
Attack something.
Ha!
If I must.
Why haven't you cast anything? That's what I want to know. Alright. Burning Hands on something. Anything. Oh, these are fire beetles. Alright, finally.
I think I spy some unsuspecting playmates ahead.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, so we have like Storm of Zahir style hit points where you you can go to -10 and still get healing, but then if you go below that, then you're dead. So
Well,
that was
of course
good
I
and
can
all.
do
and
that.
You're gonna do cure light wounds. Very good. All right, now get a hit in, will you? Do something. You know what? Come forward. And then do burning hands. There you go.
That will require a mere fraction of my time.
Ouch. What are you doing? Number of pest exterminated 2. Oh, I failed a reflex save. That sucks.
Now! Strike swiftly!
Alright, let's try to get some more sneak attacks going here, and we'll pull back a little bit. Oh, can't move. Oh, Frito killed another one. And we have another one down here. So let's...
I think I spy some unsuspecting playmates ahead.
You're there!
Hey, and Frito... What the hell just happened? Why was he attacking my own party member? That doesn't even make sense.
Very well.
Alright. So, we were able to exterminate the pests. Let's zoom out and see if there's anything here that we can examine. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Alright.
You just follow me and stay
So
close.
before we take on any other missions, we're probably going to have to rest in the inn. You know what? We might as well use the last one. Alright.
Very well.
Alright, everybody. Good job. Good job. Let's see what will happen now that we've exterminated all the fire beetles. Oh, Grisella.
Well met.
Any luck getting rid of those nasty bugs, dearie? My customers are getting pretty thirsty. It is done. Those bugs won't be troubling you anymore. Thank you, dearie. You're a lifesaver. Just do me one more favor. Keep this little bug problem between you and me. I don't want folks thinking Grisella's place isn't clean. Run along now. And she gives us 5 gold pieces. You're kidding. But we did get 150 XP for it. Wonderful. Great. And we just have to get all the way to 1,000 to get to our 2nd level. Alright, zoom out. Let's see if we can spy anything around here. Oh, here we go. Here's some named characters. Well, at least one. Hildreth Highhammer.
Well met.
Well met. Why, ye seem to me like a fresh new vein of ore, all untried and untested. I be Hildreth, should ye wish to know. A vein of ore? What do you mean? What I'm saying is that ye look like a little new at this adventuring thing. No offense intended. We all have to start somewheres. If ye be looking for tips, I even have some news that might prove interesting to ye. Oh, I see. What news do you have? I'm not all eyes and ears here. Mostly I've been keeping to my cups to keep the chill away, but I have heard that a local sword named Hrothgar is putting together some sort of expedition. Sounds like it might be fun. I'll be going along myself. Oh? Oh, crap. Hello again. I was wondering if you heard any news hereabouts. Do you think you could help me out?
Well met.
Let's say I've been keeping to my cups. Okay. What do you know about the expedition? Folks around here say that Hrothgar be a valiant man, but not the type to go dashing off to his death. They say he be an excellent leader. We're headed up to the mountains to investigate some sort of disturbance up there. You'd best be talking to Hrothgar himself to hear the full story. Well, if you're going, it must be a good trip. You seem like a seasoned adventurer. Farewell for now. Okay. Is that all you have to say?
Well met.
Nice to see you again. Now, if you'll excuse me. What about this guy over here?
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
Same thing as everybody else. Yeah. Farewell. Alright, let's actually go out into town. Finally leave the tavern after over 25 minutes of gameplay. Alright, let's zoom out. Let's check the map here. Okay, so north is actually down here. Which should be this way. Okay, so that's the fishmonger to our, would be to our left. And to our right would be Pomab's Emporium, like the sign says. That's the Winter's Cradle Tavern. That's the Snowdrift Inn. That's probably one of our next stops. Old Jed's home. We were warned not to mess with this guy, but we'll probably see what he has to say anyway. That's Rothgar's home. The Temple of Tempest. Absol's workshop. And a warehouse. So where are we going to start? Let's check out Pomab's Emporium. Alright, let's go inside here. Alright, so this guy is from Calishite, huh? With Pasha Pook. Anything that we can interact with here? Doesn't look like it.
I greet you.
What is this? More barbarians come to my shop, no doubt with nothing to barter with, but more wolf pelts and polished stones. Very well, let us get this over with. What do you want? Barbarians? I think you're mistaken, friend. Am I now? I do not think so. All of you northerners are the same to me. Smelly and barbaric. Northerners, I take it you are not from around here. I am Pomab Ak'azmhir. Ak'azmhir? Pomab Ak'azmhir, royal diplomatic envoy of Calishite and appointed overseer of the northern caravan routes. And Kara has something different to say. How is that different? It looks exactly the same. And what's going on here? Forgive me, your lordship. I had no idea. Or how about this one? Oh, I see. Your appearance as a lowly shopkeeper is just a clever disguise to throw off any would-be assassins. Am I right? Your poor attempt at sarcasm is an obvious sign of your lowly birth. I'll have you know that I am the third cousin to the Pasha himself, not to mention a royal courtier in good standing. If you are in such good standing in Calishite, then what in the nine hells are you doing all the way up here in Icewind Dale? The Pasha asked me to accept this post of overseer of the northern caravan routes as a personal favor. Oh, you mean you were banished? Or how about this one? Interesting. Tell me, overseer, did you ever hear of such a post before the Pasha offered it to you? Well, I grow tired of your ridiculous questions. I have many obligations to tend to, so I suggest you quit wasting my time. Either buy something or get out. Fine. What do you have for sale? Alright, here we go. Stuff to buy. Unfortunately for Sanjay, he's not going to buy anything, pretty much. No weapons or armor. Ah, but we could buy this stuff. Jeez, this stuff is really expensive. Really, really expensive. You know what? I'm going to leave this stuff alone for now. We'll
What?
We'll have everybody else start buying stuff. So, the first thing I want to buy... Where are you going, buddy? Just because I'm a halfling doesn't mean I can be ignored. First thing I want to buy is a kukri. But we don't have access to it yet because we haven't taken any fighter levels. We'll need martial weapon proficiency. So, I think for right now, we'll just buy a dagger. Alright. That's your weapon now. Unfortunately, that's the only dagger he has. Kind of hard to believe. Otherwise, we would be using two-weapon fighting. Well, I guess we could use the short sword, but I don't know. Leather armor. So what is our dex bonus? It's a 4. So I think our armor should be something a little bit better than leather. Maybe studded leather? We would get 1 extra point of armor class. What? There's no... Ah, here we go. Chain shirt. This would only be good for about 3 more levels, and then we would get a dex increase. Costs 210. You know what? Let's stick with the studded leather. It's cheaper. It'll be a point less to our armor class for the next 3 levels, but we wouldn't be spending 4 times as much. We'll get that. Now our AC is 18. What about these things? These things don't do anything. Concentration +1, that's it. Alright. I don't think these things... None of these other things do anything. Wizard's hat, what does that do? Concentration +2. I might consider that if we have money left over. What about you?
Yes.
Favorite Souls outfit. So, armor class is 5, max dex is 2. Actually, that's not a bad outfit for you. Because we're actually losing a point to our armor class with our dex being so low. Yeah, that's why it's 14 instead of 15. Is there something better that we could get? Maybe like, I don't know, half plate? No, you have a heavy shield. How about weapon-wise? Crossbow would be good. What about these things? Morning Star, that's 1d8. Better than the 1d6 club. Spear, that's what we need. We definitely need a spear. That's our weapon. So after I buy all the weapons, then I'll think about getting long-range weapons. Alright. So this is going to be her main weapon until we get like some +1, +2 spears. What about you? Oh, you can use a rapier, huh? Yeah, because you're an elf. Nice. Or a longsword. What's it gonna be? I think we'll go with the... I guess we'll go with the rapier. I mean, it's a little more expensive and we won't do as much damage, but the critical rating is a little bit better than the longsword. It's 18 to 20. Yeah, we'll get the rapier. Alright, that's our weapon now. And your outfit is a wizard's robe, which doesn't do anything.
Perhaps so.
Maybe you could take this armor.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have any armor proficiency whatsoever, do you? Not for right now. probably buy that wizard's hat for you if we have any money left over. But we only have 219 gold pieces. That sucks. What do we get if we sell this? 2 gold?
Yes.
Might as well get some of our money back.
What?
Very well.
Oh yeah, and we have 2 coins of life. We'll hold on to those. Okay, so let's get some long-range weapons. So, Sanjay can only use a sling. We'll get that. Any bullets? There we go.
What?
Okay, you can use crossbows. You can't use a bow. Okay, so you're gonna get a light crossbow. Actually, I want to get a heavy crossbow for somebody. I'll get it for
You
her.
just follow me and stay close.
Where's that heavy crossbow at? There it is. Oh, this is gonna use up all our money. Crap. Well, I don't want to do it just yet then. What about bows? Long bows. 315 gold. Seriously? Short bow is 126. I'll get that. Alright, here we go. Short bow. And you'll need some arrows. There we go. So right now you got a bow. You don't have to get up on enemies. You just shoot them from afar. Alright. And we are running up on time a little bit.
What?
So let's just leave this place for right now. I didn't want to spend all of our money. Maybe there'll be some more quests in town to get some more money, but I do want to visit this inn over here. Let's go inside. Where are we going? Oh, okay. We'll go inside the inn, and then I'll prepare some other spells, like mage armor. Take off identify, we'll put on mage armor. Burning hands is kind of a good spell, but I think magic missile is a better spell. Let's see. Yeah, this one targets a single enemy. This one targets enemies that are in a cone. So I think we'll just leave it for right now.
Very well.
Alright. Who can we talk to here? Quimby. Oh yeah, there's an elf in here to talk to. Airvane.
Hello there.
Greetings, traveler. The name's Quimby, and I welcome you to my inn. Well met, Quimby. You seem rather enthusiastic. Ah, enthusiastic, yes. It is rare that I get any travelers at this time of year. Thus, I want all of my guests to feel welcome. Ha-ha! Okay, how about a room, Quimby? And it costs 2 gold to rest. That's not bad. It's worse than Storm's here. Alright, so our spells are going to get refilled. Lost 2 gold. That leaves us with 75 gold. Alright, so at the cost of one of our clubs that we got at the beginning, we were able to rest, we got our spells back, and then we'll... Where'd you go, Quimby? Oh, he's walking that way. Okay, we'll talk to Quimby and find out some more information in the next episode, and we'll probably also talk to the elf that's staying here. What information will they tell us? Find out next time! This is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and Tango Windia.